Hello everyone, hope you're all doing good and great. We are going to be doing our first week's assignment, our NetOps 2 first week's assignment. Okay, so I'm just going to be showing you how you need to have your week 1 assignment done and how you need actually to submit it. Okay, so some of you guys are just struggling to complete this assignment, yet it's just a matter of just using a PDF file we have shared and make use of it. Okay, so I'm just going to be using the same PDF file. Okay, so please follow this tutorial. I'm just pretty sure that that's just going to help you. Okay, so and again, before I start, we have just realized that there are some students who are just doing this assignment in Ubuntu and Kali Linux. Please don't complete this assignment in any kind of Linux distro which is not a FreeBSD. So if you have a terminal, if your terminal is not working, please let us know. All download a FreeBSD ISO image on their website, and then install it in your virtual machine and then use it as your working space. But if you just find that you are just using either Kali or Ubuntu, you are automatically just getting 0. Okay, so with that said, allow me to just proceed. Okay, so let me just proceed. So actually we have 3 parts here. We have high bandwidth, low bandwidth, and assignments. So I'm just sure that we are all learning under this low bandwidth format. Otherwise you have to switch to low bandwidth format. Okay, so assignments part is here. So and our first week's assignment is DNS lab assignment. Okay, and this DNS labs, it's just where you have to download a PDF file you need to complete this assignment. As well as for the second week's assignment, mail labs, it's where you're going to get the PDF file as a guidance to help you complete your week 2 assignment. Okay, so since we are dealing with week 1 assignment, so let's just start by downloading the PDF file we're just going to use. Okay, so here it is. Okay, so here you have my PDF file. Actually, it's just a matter of just following each and every step you are given here. Okay, so here we have first to install our bind. So in NetOps 1 we used to configure our DNS using Unbound. So in NetOps 2 we are just going to be using this bind. Okay, and 9.16, it's just nothing other than a version. Okay, so we're just going to be using this version, but some of us, we are just installing this bind 9.16 and it fails to install. So if you just have that issue, instead of just having 9.16, please download bind 9.18. Okay, and even me, I'm just going to be using version 9.18, not 9.16. And by having this installed, you have to enable your named. Okay, so you can just do this, you can just run this automatically and named is enabled, or you can even just get into this file and then you add this line. So it's just 2 ways of enabling your named. Okay, so by having this enabled, so you have to link. So actually, as long as you download this bind, it comes with its default configuration file, which is under this path. Okay, user local etc namedb, and we want to link this long path to the shortest path for just easy navigation. Okay, so that's why we are just linking this path to this path again. Okay, as you can see, this is the shortest path compared to this path. Okay, by having this done, we have to open our configuration file. Okay, which is named.conf, by using this command. So it's just nothing other than a text editor. You can just use whatever text editor you want, but this times around we are just going to be using Nano. It's not just a must, it's just I'm just recommending Nano, okay, instead of just using any other text editor. So it's an option, it's not an obligation, okay. So and then by having this done, I mean by opening this file, you have some content within it, okay. So have to find where we have this statistics dash file with this path, and then below it you add this, you set recursion to no, to make your DNS server to be an authoritative DNS server only, okay. So which means your DNS, once it finds no resource records being requested, it's not going to search for any other DNS server, okay. So that's why we are just setting it to no. And again, you have to search for your IPv4 path or line, and then you add your IPv6, I mean IPv4. Replace XX with your IP address. If you have 192.168.1.5, so you have to replace this first X with 1 and this X with 5. So if you have 192.168.0.5, you have to replace this first X with 0 and this second X with 5, okay. And again, you also have to fill you have to add your IPv6, okay. You add it here and put the semicolon, as well as here you have to add a semicolon, and also you have to go like at the bottom of that file, of that name.com file, and then you add this path, which will tell the DNS server where your zones are located, okay. Then by having this done, this is actually part 1. So under part 2, you have to change directory to the namedb directory, and then you create a zones.conf file there, and then you add this content within that file, okay. So and here on PCXX, so actually where you have XX, you have to replace XX with the last octet of your IP address, and where you have YY, you have to replace those YY with the IP address, or with the the information of your partner's IP. So it's not necessary just to know the IP address of your partner. You can just assume any IP address, okay. It's not just mandatory to make sure that you are using an IP address which someone has, okay. So you can just have your own IP address and then you modify it, like you add like 1, 2, 3. Like if you have the IP address of 192.168.1.25, you can just decide to have 192.168.1.27 as the IP address of your partner, okay. And then by having that, so here on XX, I'm just going to replace with my own last octet of my own IP address. And here YY, I'm just going to assume any IP address, and as well as here on IPv6, I just assume any IP address. So I can just take mine and I just do some like modifications, if I can say that. Like where I have A, I put B, where I have 13, I put 14 or 15. Okay, it's just a matter of just assuming any IP addresses, but you have to make sure that that IP address belongs to the same network as yours, otherwise it's going to fail, okay. And then sorry, and then yes, here is the primary servers details, okay, and here is a secondary server details, okay. So it's just like a partner zone details, where you are just going to be using only the details of your partners of your partner, okay. So by having this done, we are just going to go into this file, which is located under namedb, but again under this directory, master directory, which means you have to create this master directory first. How to create a directory in a Linux? I think we have seen this in NetOps 1, how to create a directory, how to create folder in Linux based systems, okay. And so we're just going to repeat the same thing we did in NetOps 1, and then we come up with this file, which is pcxx.end.nog, and then by having this file, we are going to add this content, and then we customize them, and they are supposed to look 100% the way it is just looking here. Okay, so you have to make sure that as we copy them, once we paste it in our terminal, we're going to have the same look as what we have here. Okay, so and by having that done, we are just going to check our configuration file by running this command, as well as we're just going to be checking the zones.conf, I mean our zone file, and as well as this file. Okay, so if just have everything good, we have to start our DNS server, I mean our names, of course. After starting it, we are just going to dig, okay, using this command, and replace this xx with the IP, the last octet of the IP address. Okay, by having this done, so what you're going to get after running this, that's what you're going to submit. Only take the screenshot of this and then submit it. Okay, so without, actually we can just do this because we are 100%, I mean we are sure that this can't work for now based on the workspace we are just using for now. We are just sure that this can't work actually. Okay, so that's why we are just looking the results you are getting after digging, and then you submit what you are just getting after digging. So that's what we are just marking. Okay, so we are done with theory part, so let's just implement what I've been talking about. Okay, so first of all, allow me to access my terminal. Okay, so here is my terminal. So I just have to log in first. Okay, so by logging in, I need to do SU to switch to an admin user, and the first thing we need to do, I have to install our bind. Okay, this one. So we have to do pkg install bind. So please make sure what I'm just going to be doing here, you're going to you're going to do the same thing. Okay, so pkg install bind, then we put the IP, I mean the version of bind we just want to install, which is 9.18, not 9.16, then hit enter. Okay, so by having this done, so we're just going to hit Y, then enter to allow the installation process to proceed. Then we are just having something like this, and then I need to do clear to clear my screen, and then the second we have to enable it. Okay, so I need to copy this. So I'm just going to be copy and pasting to make it quick, and the results is here. So after copying and pasting, I also need to copy this. Okay, copy this and then I paste it here, then I hit enter. And by having this done, so allow me to copy this. So I'm just going to be using nano, not EE. So I need to copy this. I need to copy this. Okay, and then no, actually, yes, this is what we're just going to configure. Okay, so I don't just want to copy that, so allow me to do nano, and then it is CNMDB. So this is this, like what I'm just typing here is the same as what we have here. The difference is that instead of just using EE as a text editor, I'm just using nano. Okay, and then here I need to navigate to this file.conf, then hit enter. Okay, so if you don't have nano installed, you have to install it using pkg install nano. If you want to use nano and it's not installed there, then hit enter. Okay, so for me, I have just the recent version, so there is no need of just installing it. Okay, so I'm going to navigate to my configuration file, then hit enter. So I need to come here under statistics, statistics file here, and then I need to set recursion to no. Okay, and here on IPv on listen on, I need to add my IP address. So let me check it first. So I have, if I do if config, I have this as my IP address, my IPv4, and this as my IPv6. So let me copy this IPv6 of mine, copy, and then clear the screen, and I need to come here, and here on listen on, I need to do something like this. Okay, I need to add my IP address, which is IPv4 1.25. Okay, then I put semicolon. I also have to go down here, and then I paste my IPv6. Okay, paste it, and then add semicolon. And as you can see, this line is commented, so you need to uncomment it. To uncomment it, it's just removing these two lines, and then I have to go at the bottom of this line, and then I add the path where my zones will just be located. So I'm just here for now. Okay, so I need to copy this, and then I paste it there. Okay, then I need to save. So to save in Nano, you do Control X, then hit Y, and then hit enter. Done. So I need to clear my screen, and then so we are just going to navigate to this directory. I'm just going to change directory to this, and then I create this file. Okay, to do that, I need to change directory to etc, then name B, then I hit enter. If I do twitterBD, I'm under this directory. Okay, and then from this directory I need to create a file. Allow me to use it, and upon saving what I'm just going to add in this file, that file is also going to be created. Okay, so it's zones.conf, then I hit enter, and then allow me to copy this, copy everything within this table, copy it, and then you paste it here. Okay, so and then the remaining thing is just customizing it. So here on zone PCXX, I have 25 as the last octet of my IP address. So how to check it? I need to do Control X to save, Y, enter. If I do if config, you see I have 25. Okay, so I have 25, so which means whenever you have XX, I'm just going to put that 25. And on your side, if you have, like, even if you can just have 120 like as the last octet of the IP address, like even if you can have 130, any number you have here, even 1, even 2, even 3 can work. So you have to make sure that you are just replacing XX with the last octet of your IP address. So and then type master, I need to extend it to that position as well as this one, and then again here on XX I need to put 25. Okay, and then allow transfer, I need to delete this, so I can where I have YY, I'm just going to use my partner's IP. So if you don't have that partner, you can just assume in IP address. You can take your IP address and then you add it like one. You add like one, and the new IP address becomes your partner's IP. So like for me, I'm just going to have this one dot. So for me, I have 25 as my IP address. So I can just give 26 my partner, and then I need to delete this. Okay, and paste the IPv6 address of my partner. So allow me to take mine. Okay, and I try to modify it. I need to copy it. Okay, and then zones.conf, and then I need to come here, and then I paste it here. Okay, so this is my IP address, IPv6. Okay, so and you're supposed to put the partner's IP, so I can just modify these two like numbers. Instead of having 119, I have 120, and then I need to come again here. So please make sure that the way I'm just customizing this, you're going to use the same way, like the way my configurations will be looking like. Make sure you have the same thing. So here on YY, I need to put 26 as the IP address of my have my partner. It's what I have even here. Okay, so what you have here, you have to put the same here. Okay, and then type master, I need to extend it to that extremity as well as this one. So here you have, there is an error here, so instead of just having one G, you have to delete one, and then here on YY it's 26 of course, and as well as here on master I need to delete YY, then I put the IP address of my partner, so it's 26, and I delete this, and then I paste the IPv6. So the IPv6 I have, it's 001, so I'm just going to copy this. It's just writing this what we have here, so we have to write the same here. Okay, and db8 :120. I think that's it, and then we save this file. Okay, so we are just going to the part number 3. So we are going to have this directory, master directory. Okay, so to create it, we do mkdir. So yes, mkdir, then master. Okay, we can even just navigate into that directory. We do master. Okay, enter. So it's like we are in this directory for now. Okay, so I'm just going to create this file. Okay, to create it, so you have to replace XX with your IP address. Okay, the last octet of IP address. So I need to do nano, then PC. My IP address is 25.n2.nog-oc.org. Okay, then by having this, I need to hit enter, and then I copy everything that I have here. I copy everything, and then I paste it here, and I have to customize it. Okay, so here on XX I need to put my own 25, as well as here 25. So here on the serial number we have to put the today's date, it's 2025 March, and so we are on 9th, I think. Okay, 9th. Okay, that's it. And then so you can just read what each and every line does here. Okay, so I have XX, I have 25 as the last octet of my IP address. YY I just chose to be 26. Okay, and here you have 1.25, the IP address of mine, so you have to put yours. Okay, and on the IPv6 I can just remember well, but let me do this. I'm just going to paste it. Okay, let me just first search for it. So I have this, I need to copy this. You copy it, copy, and then you paste it here. Paste it there. So allow me to extend this. Okay, fine. As well as this one, I need to just bring it here. 1, 2, 5. Then I delete everything that I have. I delete this IPv6. Then I add my own IPv6, which is this one. And also need to extend that. So we are done. So I need to save, Control X, then hit Y, then enter. Okay, so we are done with this. We are just going to check the configuration we made. So we're just going to start with this one. After that we do this. After this we do service name restart, and then we dig. We see if our DNS is working. Okay, so to check, we need to first check our configuration file. So we have an error. which is, so actually we have an error which is under this path. So our error is under zones.conf. So we need to do nano, then do etc namedb, then zones. So you have to do nano and then you put this path where like the error is coming from. Yeah, then hit enter. So we are just on line 6. That's where, so actually let me do this again. Let me test it again. This first part, it's where like the error is coming from. It's the file where the error is coming from, and then this 6, it's the line where that error is based. Okay, so for me to troubleshoot it, I need to do, I have to get into that file, etc mdb, then zones, and hit enter. So line, you can even count where am I now. I'm on line 1. Okay, here line 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, and then at the end of this line here I have to add this semicolon. So that's where the issue was. Then I hit Ctrl X, Y, then enter to save. And if I do again named check conf, I hit enter. So we are still getting this error, zones.conf on line 6. So let me again navigate there. Oh, sorry. I'm just having, so I need to remove this colon here, this semicolon here. Okay, that's it. And then if I do Ctrl X, then Y, then enter. If I do again named check conf, if I hit enter, so you see I no longer have an error. So I need to again conf to check for this file again, check zone, then PC tab key, etc tab key, namedb tab key, master tab key, PC tab key, then hit enter. So I have, okay, so which means everything is now running smoothly. Okay, so we need to start our name by running this command service named start, hit enter. So they're telling us to reload rndc reload, then hit enter. Then if I start it again, service named start, yes, it's working. So let me just dig PC, then I need to add this point space ns, then enter. So I'm just having this nx domain. Okay, so I need to have no error as status. So to get this error from my configuration, I need to do nano. Of course, what I'm just doing here, you're going to be doing the same as long as you get that nx domain as status. So you need to do nano, then /etc, then come in resolve.conf, then hit enter, and then under here you add your name server, your new name server, which will be 192.168.1.25. You put the IP address of your machine and you comment the other lines. So commenting them is just going on each line and then you put hashtag. Okay, then done. Let me save, Ctrl X, Y, then enter. If I do again service named restart instead of start, restart, enter. So if, let me dig again, this is it. So this is what you're supposed to have. You're supposed to have this status as no error. So by having this done, take the screenshot and then you send it, you submit it. So hopefully you are all going to do the same thing and then submit your assignments as soon as possible. So have a wonderful day.